once more to orient your fitness in the right direction. And today I want to go over with you how something as seemingly insignificant as a stiff big toe can affect you all the way up your whole body. Because your feet are the foundation of your body, what happens at your feet can affect you all the way up. So normally when you're walking or running, your heel comes off the ground first, right here, and then you push up, then you get some bend at your big toe and push off of that. So if your big toe is stiff, normally you should get at least 70 degrees of bend at a joint here called the first MTP. It's called the first metatarsal phalangeal joint. You should get about 70 degrees of bend in order to move correctly. But say you only get 20 degrees of bend. Your body is smart. It can adapt the way it moves in order to fulfill its objectives. So if you only get 20 degrees of bend here, I'm going to demonstrate on myself later. But if you don't get much motion at this joint, what can happen is your foot can turn outward. That's what your body can do. So then it can push off the inner part of your foot more. But this can have consequences because you could potentially be taking thousands of steps a day. So if you are changing the way you're moving and then doing that same pattern thousands of times, it can have certain effects on you. So when you turn your foot outward, your arch can collapse down, the inner arch of your foot. And this can do things like stress your plantar fascia at the bottom of your foot. It can cause plantar fasciitis. It can cause shin splints. And when your arch collapses down, that can cause flat feet. And then flat feet can have certain effects all the way up your body. For example, I have very flat feet, so I know this. So basically, you have got a bone here called the calcaneus. If your arch collapses down, this calcaneus bone, it can go outward like that. Then the bone on top of it, the talus, that comes in. That drags your tibia, or lower leg bone right here. That can drag that bone in. Then your knee comes in like that. So stress is placed at your knee. That can cause, over time, a medial collateral ligament sprain. That can cause a medial meniscus tear. And then your femur or upper leg bone, that can come in too. So then you could start getting hip problems. Like look at this skeleton right here. Let me bring him over. So you could get problems at your hip now. Because if your leg is constantly coming in like this, then you could get things like a gluteus medius muscle sprain. You could get hip bursitis. Then when your leg comes in like that, it can tilt your pelvis forward. When your pelvis tilts forward, that can drag your spine along with it. That can increase the curve in your lower back and lead to more back compression in your spine and cause lower back pain. So as you can see, having a stiff big toe can potentially affect you all the way up. So let me show you on my own foot how to stretch your big toe. Okay guys, so stretching your big toe is really easy. Hopefully you can see this good. This is your first metatarsal phalangeal joint, or first MTP. You can just grab that and stabilize it like that. Then with your other hand, you take your big toe like that and you just move it up. You can do this seated down, and it's very easy. You just hold it below and then you move it up top here. So normally people get 70 degrees, but if you're stiff, this is a good stretch you can do. And you can also place your foot on the ground so this part is touching while you're seated, and then you just lean in to your foot so that you get a stretch here, and you can do that too. Alright guys, this has been Jeff once more, orienting your fitness in the right direction. Hopefully you found that informative. Hopefully now you know how a stiff big toe can affect you all the way up, and you know how to stretch it. Anyways, if you like this video, I would appreciate it if you thumbs it up, commented, and subscribed to my channel. Thank you, and I'll see you guys later.